much. Yes, we are at the Elkhart RV Hall of Fame, and the governor is about ready to address the media, so we're going to ask him a couple of questions here real quick before he has to run on his way. We have just a couple of minutes. Governor,
meet him just recently when he dedicated the museum.
Pardon me, we are live right now. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes.
We had an opportunity to hear you just a moment ago and see the ceremonial signing for Senate Enrolled Act 484. Describe what that does and why you think it's critical for the RV industry.
So it codifies the special relationship between dealers and manufacturers, kind of requested by both channels, and got it across the finish line. So you'd think, well, why do you need to do that? Well, if it was just by a handshake, or this is the way we used to do it, this was requested by the industry, and Blake and some of the other legislators got it done. So that was a no-brainer for me to sign.
You have been very closely tied through your professional industry to the RV industry. What do you think the challenge is right now? There's a lot of talk today about uncertainty, what's going to happen with the tariffs, interest rates, the recession. What's your impact on this?
Did you listen to my own experience? Our greatest growth came after 9/11. It came after the 08-09 commercial real estate and automotive crisis, and then again through COVID. So the RV industry is very interest rate sensitive. It's cyclical, but you find ways to get through it because you know it's going to happen sooner or later for one reason or another. It's gotten used to it, and look at it. It's prospered over the years. I'm a glass half full individual, and I can tell you, when you versus your competition can figure out how to make lemonade out of lemons, this is the nature of the RV industry, and look what it's done over time. Tariffs are something we had to address because they've been unfair since we allowed them to occur when we rebuilt the world's economy coming out of World War II. Sooner or later, you got to be weaned from that stuff.
I have to ask you one final question. It's about property taxes, unrelated to this industry. St. Joseph County, the other counties around here are getting their assessments now, and they're skyrocketing right now. And many people are saying that the issue isn't necessarily the tax rate, it's the level of assessment. Is your next effort to try to cut taxes?
It's algebra. You apply a rate to the assessment. So you can bring your rates down like many jurisdictions did across the state to make sure you're covering your costs and not experiencing a windfall. So we got through a bill by the narrowest margin possible because the lobbyists and the local governments and school districts probably were bending the ears of their legislators more than the kind of more spread out complaint from the average taxpayer.
So you're not finished yet?
No, that was the best we could get done now. It's a start, and one of the features of that bill is that in 5 years it exempts 2/3 of your home's value from even being taxed. That is the biggest component of that bill that doesn't even get much kudos, and it should. So opening act, got to make sure that you don't grow governments and school districts. We want them to be healthy, faster than the growth of the economy. Otherwise, you're growing them at the expense of the taxpayer. And if you want to, be transparent with a referendum or find other sources, but make sure you don't ask an overbearing amount of your taxpayers. That was on display this year.
Governor, thank you very much. So, Leanne, that is the situation here at the Elkhart RV. The governor is continuing to talk to the media. We'll dip back in, but we'll throw it back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. And that's our Bob Montgomery reporting live in Elkhart this morning. We'll have much more on what the governor has to say coming up on WSBT 22 at noon.
Thanks for watching. Here's another story you may like. And subscribe to the WSBT 22 YouTube channel.